First, when we start drafting, we need to capture the large outer frame. Look up and draw this upward looking feeling. After drawing 1 or 2 lines, find the entire width. When we're at this step, what can we do? Circle this position, the parietal bone, the crown. This is what we call point number 1. After that, at this position, we find what we call point number 2. What's this second point called? The eye socket. This position is called the eye socket. After that, what is this position called? The jawbone, point 3. The eye socket and jawbone align like this. The chin position. What's this spot? Point 5. The lower jaw angle here. We can bring it down to find the eye socket shape here. This position is the eye socket. When establishing the nose, we define a firm line for the nasal septum. This position is the nasal septum. After that is its lower relationship, that is the relationship with the lower skull. This point of the lower lip muscle tends toward the bottom of the nose to the lower bone. A point between 1 and 2, 2 slightly lower. After that, the eye should be slightly rounded. We can make this position a bit rounder. At this position, look and find the neck area. The neck position has some connecting relationship. First, draw a line here. After that, draw another line here. The collarbone is roughly in this position. After we've found all these basic points, we can then specifically define the neck. At this position, we can place the hat higher up. The hat's edge line should be higher than the forehead's edge line. Then at this position, bring out the feeling of hair sticking out. After that, see where the hat's edge line should be. What's the distance from the upper temple to the eyebrows? After that, at this position, give it roots outward, the whole relationship of this hair section. After finding the hair section, find the collar at the corresponding position. After that, we can slightly extend the distant shoulders outward. Let's extend this relationship outward. Take this line and taper the edges. Now you can see the entire framework coming together. For example, when we're drawing, look, the first side is heavy. The second side gradually brightens. See, there's a circle in this position. After completing the circle, push this color inward. This is called light shadow shaping. After finishing the light shadow shape, look at this position, the bottom of the nose near the septum. Let's add a dark area here. Then shape the nostrils. Pinch a point here and pinch one here. Then lightly shade the area between the nostrils. That's enough. No need to do more. Next, find the position of the lower lip. We can close the lower lip area a bit, extending outward. This position is where the lower lip mechanism sits. Then we can extend the edge shape outward. Now find the jawline protrusion here, so we don't touch the jaw before defining the mouth. Only after finishing the mouth do we address the jaw relationship. This part reveals an ear. We can extend this area outward. When you reach this position, stop and check the thickness. This whole area can be brought this way. We're in the drafting stage now, so keep it lightweight because soon we'll need to define specific forms. Right now, it's a non-specific form, so when it's non-specific, when finding shapes, keep it relatively gray. Avoid heavy colors. Then look at this area, outline the shape extending outward. First tone down these bold colors, we can extend outward. Then this neck area, stand back and find it first. We'll get to details later. After that, extend outward to the collar area. First lay down the overall color feel with a simple base. And when using the pen, we can relax a bit. After capturing the shape, we can be more bold and go deeper. On the neck, there's a circular shape. We can extend this circle shape outward. In this position, we can lightly add a bit of gray, bring the entire color upward. This area also has a dark shape. This area also has a gray side. Let's bring these elements outward. Let's unify the light source. Bring this color forward. After that, look at this position. As you search, you'll notice something. The more you look, the more concrete the form becomes. Then, where is the eyebrow height? Where is the glasses frame? There's a glasses frame right here. We can extend the position of the glasses frame outward. After following the frame position, we can take this area, this position, I don't know what to call it. We can find it by extending outward, make the angle of the glasses frame a bit larger. Good, take an eraser and adjust slightly. Make the hair color a bit darker than the hat. So after pressing out the hat edge, let's draw the hair first. Keep the hat position bright. The hair edges and hat brim edges should be clear. When shaping the hair, use firm strokes to sweep outward. Since the light source comes from this position, this side is relatively darker. Moving to the right side, it becomes slightly lighter. After that, follow the hair a bit. We can bring out the eyebrow position a little. This position is relatively heavier. This is called the eyebrow bone. This area should be lighter, a bit grayer. Extend it slightly outward. The shape of this area can be lowered slightly. Then this position makes the shape clearly defined. This position brings out its shape more clearly. When defining its style, group the hair shape properly. After this turn, we can see the overall relationship of the hair. First, find the shape, and after that, follow along this shape and position. You can bring it inward, mind the spacing at the edge. Now, I feel this distance has widened a bit. So let's adjust the hair slightly, bringing it inward. So now we're finding the shape. It looks like coloring, which is very simple. Finding the shape is key. After this part, extend the glasses leg outward. Here it seems we can see a bit more clearly. After that, there's a small hollow. We can extend this shape outward. After following this hollow shape, we can now make the ears protrude more. For the facial features position, bring these small stray hairs outward. After that, at the neck area, we can also extend it outward a bit. When finding this position, bring this black element outward a bit. After finishing this position, pull this back in. When it reaches here, bring it inward. After that, there's a wrapping relationship at this point. Let's find this shape. When drawing close, the color isn't important. What's most important? Getting these basic shapes clearly defined. At this position, slightly extend the collar shape outward. After finding the collar shape, we can give it a slight curve here. After that, we can extend the shape at this position outward. How to create the hat volume? Focus on the middle near the brim. Because we repeatedly emphasize the light source comes from this direction, then move to this side, adding strokes bit by bit. After this part's shape, we can extend it outward a bit. This position looks like a small melon. Let's round it out. After that, this position can be extended outward to here. We can pinch this position a bit. After that, pull this part outward and press along this brim shape. We can extend it out. Normally draw the eyes first. Add weight to this area. Then move towards the center. There's a small tip. There's a concave in this spot. After that, the lips have what's called a lip bead position. This area is slightly grayish. Add grey here. After applying the grey, the lip bead curves inward a bit at this spot. This area rounds inward, then pick it out. When done, emphasize this point. Pinch it a bit. After that, pinch the corner of the mouth. Emphasizing means adding more weight. After finding the lower lip muscle point, we'll find another section above it. This position is the lower lip point. After finding this point, use this arc line. we can bring it out slightly, especially on the left side. Press in some grey one by one. See how the grey varies in lightness. Then add more grey here to round it off. This technique is actually called depth. At this position, we can slightly pull it in this direction. After adding weight here, add some color inside, make it relatively heavier. Press some grey over the entire eye. Add some grey. Press grey here. Also add some grey to this area. This area shouldn't be too bright. We can extend the hair's curve relationship outward. The glass's leg casts a shadow on this area. When drawing people, this area always needs a small shadow. His clothes have a bit of that puffy jacket feel, right? So draw it more rounded, draw it more loosely. Don't make it too angular. Then at this position, we can follow it upward. Push this shape outward. Make the shape more defined. After that, we can extend this position outward. We can outline this area, the distant shoulder's edge. After finishing the distant shoulder edge, curve this area inward a bit. Then we can extend this position outward. Bring the curve of this section downward. There will be a seam line here. Look at this seam line. Don't make it too straight. This area has some width. Then find some small button points extending out. Press it out slightly. After that, spread this area outward. After that, we can extend this position outward. When following to this position, we can bring it outward. Then follow the overall color and shape of this section outward. After that, we can extend the shape of this position outward. Follow the shape outward. Squint to see the overall color. Add overall grey. This area is light, grey, dark. We need to create these three main planes. This drawing is now complete.